fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from YouTube. An orc in love. Ha! When this little cat on stage will liberate the flesh from our faces. Oh no, enough humans to read. Huh?
Tread silently. Strike viciously.
Seven, aid me.
Time of your death is at hand! Into the fray once more. Please assist me, friends!
The target dances in shadows.
Hidden between darkness and light. very heart of my enemy.
Stitch in time, eh, friends? My life is ebbing away.
I dance within shadows. No glory in this death. Face the unending darkness. Spirits of shadow, conceal me! God, those orcs have a human commander. How very curious and disquieting. Does anybody else smell smoke?
face the unending darkness. No glory in this death.
Did you see that? Those orcs had a human commander.
How very curious. And how very disquieting.
fuckers we've got. Blasted orcs have learned how to play with fire.
The ship lift ever higher. We must take the flying straight to the harbor. Are these the biggest buckets?
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Sauce, you're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city. So you were, and so you weren't. There we are. Meet my other half. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks, and so, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts, a shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about any... I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoyed such magic is a gift, Hunter? To tread upon the realm of instinct, even articulate speech, perhaps to be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and... But of course, it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of two worlds. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat. And it shows no... We've cordoned off the western beach where most Orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to... There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools. Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years, the stalemate between them... The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay. But I think it's fair to say that someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane. So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed. But she seems a likely candidate, to be sure. But that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town. Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a... I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. Once you're there, just take the stairs. But do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove...
Sects, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arhu mentioned?
What do you think you're doing?
Steady, boys, steady. Are we leaving?
That doesn't belong to us, you know. Well put. Hunting out Source is no easy job, and we need all the help we can get our sticky fingers on.
I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll...
When I saw a source hunter in the harbour, I thought for sure the ship would be saved. Mea culpa for putting faith in your kind. She was targeted by the orc shaman during the attack, and now she's left to the ocean's cold embrace. We just couldn't get ahead of the flames with nothing but a few men and some buckets.
When I saw a source hunter in the harbour, I thought for sure the ship would be saved. Mea culpa for putting faith in your kind.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
I said to him, I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These boss men respect confidence, you know. So what do they say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day. When I saw a source hunter in the harbour, I thought...
Not even worth the rummaging.
I said to him, I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out.
When I saw a source hunter in the harbour, I thought for sure...
Source? Here? Inside Seal? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on, the Blaze was just too big for mere bucketfuls of water to subdue. Madness! Source? Here? Madness! Thought we were done with those swampy uglies a fortnight ago. Note, though, that none of them dare... Yo, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Never heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Bell's carriage for a joyride.
No, it is. It's over straight to the bottom back.
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
Don't forget the time you
Tale of what news from the main.
Oh, nothing new, sir. Zombies, skeletons, you know the story. Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
A home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on.
Thinks that orchid charm loves him.
These damn orcs. They can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves. With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though. Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than boo. Those souls are just as pressed for luck as we are now. A shame nothing could be done to save her.
Captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride.
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
That might be so we get to call anymore.
Speaking of youthful gore, that would-be legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my lovely nature.
Psst. Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, don't forget the time he got caught.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything. Oh, a source hunter.
So difficult to find a day of labor.
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my lovely nature. No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Really? The greatest warriors in Rivellon can't cross a rope? Cloaked in dust!
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my lovely nature.
Steady, boys. Steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my hands.
A struggle? What kind of struggle?
The signs are unclear. Tell me, have you felt the cold smell of the thing you removed in patched earth?
Size sail, shiver me timbers and
Bah! Another piece of trash.
Halt! These gates are to remain closed at all. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the source hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognise you right away. Please tell me, how can I aid the investigation? You can see security's tighter than ever around here since that surprise attack the Orcs put on a fortnight ago. They did enough damage to shake up Ahu and Captain Aureus something fierce. We can only hope to hold back the undead and these left-field Orc attacks long enough for reinforcements to arrive.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the
God, duty's not so bad, hey? Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase. Will you please turn your
Shadows
face
hide your loyal
elsewhere?
servant.
Report!
Nothing to report, sir.
You never have anything to report.
Isn't that a good thing?
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Duty's not so bad, hey?
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere? Keep your pleasantries to yourself. What are you doing inside this If it's conversation you're looking for, I'd recommend my comrade Florius. Or as for myself, my job is to protect this warehouse, not chit-chat with intruders. That idiot man-child would sooner spend an hour chatting up a thief than a minute arresting him. I only hope he gets transferred out of this warehouse and straight to the perimeter. Let him rot off as zombies here instead of mine. Nah, even thinking of him turns one into a gabbing hen. Please, leave me be.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Curtius, proud protector of this house of Legion goods. This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation. And I, Sergeant Curtius. Curtius is my name. The Legion is my calling.
darkness and light.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
Well, a source hunter. A very hearty welcome to our humble warehouse. Have a look around. And don't mind if I pick your brain about the scoop around Undervale. I'm behind on my current affairs.
This place reeks of all.
Fusspot said what? Well, old loose lips will let that lowly...
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
To say to you, I'm on duty.
I guess someone else got here first.
Are you mad? We're guards, not drunks on the streets.
Here now! Look! What is... Back to your post at once!
Sir, this is an...
I was really hoping to find something better.
Matters are be settled on your own time. Understood?
Understood, sir.
Such bickering is all that thieves need to sneak by unnoticed.
It won't happen again, sir.
It better damn well not.
Well, a source hunter. About time the council took...
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sakes.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her head.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen.
Ah, who better than a proven orc?
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile, but my prejudiced friend here still wants to kill her.
One day,
You see?
Moira.
He'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and use your sword to shave him from his murderous darling.
Bravo! I trust not only the potion, but my scaly sweetheart in and...
You're going to regret this. We're all going to Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen. She's purring, the darling.
What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a
This
back
place
page
reeks of old
circular from
stench.
youthful gore?
Tread silently, strike viciously.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
duty's not so bad. Hey,
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in...
I dance within shadows. This place reeks of orc stench.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen. She's purring, the darling.
What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from youthful gore?
This place reeks of orc stench.
Too bad indeed. Not even a skeptic like...
This place reeks of orc stench. Shadows, hide your loyal servant.
Riches you're seeking? All you need's a friend guarding the treasure room.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all. Assassin's armor! This place reeks of orc stench. One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all. This place reeks of orc stench. I guess someone else got here first. of orc stench.
One day, Moira, one day you'll show 'em all. One day, Moira, one day you'll show 'em all. This place reeks of orc stench.
Report?
Still nothing, sir. Suppose there just aren't any thieves around.
If there were no thieves, why would we be guarding this place? Think!
Makes sense, sir. God, duty's not so bad. Hey,
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in...
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow, indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Sheep's cheese?
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear! I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times, but what choice have I got now? If it's steal or starve... So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
True enough. Without a bit of charity now and then, the world would be a far crueler place.
That's the spirit! Or should I say...
Sir, did you just steal that fish?
No, I paid for it. The merchant just...
You were a witness to this event now. Tell me what happened.
Quite so. I saw him pay the merchant.
I can't thank you enough for your, discretion. I'll be going now.
Well, sorry to have bothered you then, sir. Carry on.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Fortune!
Herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrappy gobble. What do you think you're doing?
Come on, you chickens.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Get it while it's fresh. These batches
What are ye staring at?
Some poor chaps lost their ship and want some work. Just send them to me and tell them there's a bit of coin and a lot of rum coming their way if they don't mind a bit of honest labour. Captain Jack's the name, though the title may be a little generous at the moment. My crew ran. Those scallywags heard there be silver in the Lacula mines, and they abandoned ship like the lily-livered turkeys they are. Haven't seen them since the day we...
Assassin's armor!
The finest eggies size seals ever seen.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
So that item interests you, yes? I can let you have it for a very reasonable price indeed.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your throat with a wheel of the good stuff.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Pay the big cheese on your throat with a wheel of the good stuff.
Bah! No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2,
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20... No matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Huh? Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog... It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. A simple pinch of Atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of Secuta de Glacie on the tongue. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to leave.
Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration.
Make your case.
She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it. But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there blessed it with the utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself. Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult... I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all.
You cares to plead for his very existence?
Certainly. What would you like to know? The counsellor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, from what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, were hardly a secret, you know. I've applied myself to that problem for 2 years and still haven't come a step closer to solving it. I declare it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed in such things. Some events, Source Hunter, can be neither controlled nor understood by mere men. Sorry, but there is...
Healing stone? Interest. Spirits of shadow! Conceal me!
So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case. So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come,
make your case. Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence?
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence?
I think I can just sneak past.
Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence? So, which of you is more deserving of life? So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come. So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case. So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case. Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence?
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence? Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence? So, which of you
I think I can just sneak past.
Come, make your case.
That tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence? So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case. So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
Tread silent.
So,
Strike
which of you is more
viciously.
deserving of life? Come, make your case.
Those men hardly seem enough for this world.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence? Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Oh, I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing. But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more... What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him. nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. Quite the venerable staple of Seal, Stephen, and recently blessed with his 3rd grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. Nearly everyone in Seal is familiar with grinning Stephen, and, as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates, they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it. You are? I thank you 1,000,000 times for your help. Boris it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man.
Thank the Seven.
No! This is highly abnormal! What is this? It's lightning!
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Introductions. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was, and as for how I got here, well, for a historian appointed by the gods themselves, hopping to the end of time. How you got here, though, on such a tiny and rapidly shrinking vestige of space and time, I wouldn't have expected to find a soul but my own shadow. I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened. Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be terrified...
May be quite mad.
Then we had better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
here? Come now, don't be coy. You first, but don't dilly-dally. You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's... The portal has become... The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long, dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting, and you, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence, those torches, a light! This portal active once more! It cannot be coincidence. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devoured. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal... Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows... though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayers might... In fact, every last question that ever plagues your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is not... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap after you, oh, what wonders we may find on the other... You first. Yes, just as I hoped. There she is. There it is.
And he's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicled...
Astounding! Unbelievable!
You have brought guests, I see.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why?
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? A stone. So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so? Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source Hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented.
It would appear.
I see. What the void would shrink. Starstone.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much—
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble, even this plane will—
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost? Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge.
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
What will it be, Source Hunter? Do tell! So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
Do tell! So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
Still, it's quite a leap from finding a strange stone to placing the world's salvation on our shoulders.
What will it be, Source Hunter? Do tell! What will it be, Source Hunter? Do tell!
I have the last chest. The last chest. The last chest. It you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it. Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me.
You're up to the challenge.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most in the ethereal threads of eternity. Do I record the deeds of gods, the drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop, except, it seems, you. Ask, and I shall answer. If I am the weaver of time, as I have told you, though my existence is one that falls behind, and I am but what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the historian. Chroniclers both are we of the epics of eternity. Perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by 2. Who has made us? I do not know. Why have they done so? I do not know.
What do you think?
Am I the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Perhaps I am creation. Perhaps I am the creator. Or maybe it is you. You who makes dying stars rekindle. Time alone will tell. Your absence. It should be an impossibility, but no matter where I look, you cannot be found.
Come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. What What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. Come, come. I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? So, what do you think, Source Hunter? Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? So, what do you think, Source Hunter? What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. Come, come. I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? Come, come. I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. Come, come. I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. Come, come. I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time, alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and a hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stone, I believe that star stones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of old. I think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time. Indeed, you have set in motion an event I no longer held possible. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here at the end of time and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time like a terrified god that fears the offspring of his own creations.
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. Come, come. I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? So, what do you think?
But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. New threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry. And because these starstones, please, seek them so that time may yet be mended. Please, for the sake of all that lives and all that loves, seek them so that the void may yet devour itself alone. What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the starstone... I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to watch the one thing that is unwatchable, unendurable. A thankless... Oh, Hunter. I have no need for company. Like I have no need for air or appetite or affection. All I need and all I am is time. And time. And yet, I do enjoy your companionship. For
Come, come! I've got
How might I serve our mission? Ask, and I shall answer, if I can. Ask, and I shall answer, if I can. In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I the drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires. Accept, ask, and I am but what. Perhaps am I the beginning, and am I to be the end?
Gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old river. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how it's... But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows, luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time. Like the imp said to the ballista operator, sure, wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sight just like yourselves. Starstones are curiously absent from history, but from what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent. Lonesome, observing the frontier of creation, surfing the vibrant tide of the eons, always approaching yet never well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain, but one certainly doesn't mind. Perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all these years. I can hardly wait to pick her brain about the great battle of the sons of Sigurd. Neither do I, but the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again more than implies that this in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving, we may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the void. Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. But of course I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history, and an arduous task that is. So, gather those starstones so that we may know the history that was lost. Know so that we must not repeat what leads us to this day.
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so...
Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you...
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone. And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief Starstone... It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight... That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call... Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care... While you were being lectured by our friend the historian, and the advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes that's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name. Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars. But if Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat...
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Proportionate one. Oh, I can see from the symmetry. I'm a painter by trade, as you can see, but a cartographer at heart. You might think there isn't enough. I travel around Andervale, mastering my craft and finding new subjects to add to my litany of lovely portraits and complex.
That's enough of that now. Stern chastisement in 3, 2...
Excuses more home than a slice of this pie.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen. Spirits of shadow, conceal me! Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn!
Not in the mood for cheese. An excuse is more home than a slice of this fine.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens! Cloaked in dust! Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn!
Not in the mood for cheese. An excuse is more home than a slice of this fine.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
some vim into your routine. Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject
I was
some
really
vim
hoping to
into your
find something
routine.
better.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Join the Stud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Ghostly masquerade. Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Not the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than the size of this fine woman there.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
The elixir with too much wormwood. I know it's here somewhere. I don't want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir with too much wormwood.
I was really hoping to find something better.
You look, but you cannot see.
A tone soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
Not even worth the rummaging.
A tone soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gone far.
Ghostly masquerade.
A tone soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
Join the Stud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes. Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice
My word!
Bravo! Yeehaw!
You there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh your head off, cry your eyes out, and teeter on the edge of your seat with an original tale from Stefan, the talking severed head. That's right, a talking head. And he doesn't just talk. He'll weave you a yarn so fantastic you'll be begging to hear just one more, and just... I obtained this curio. But you see, I was diving in search of a rare medicinal sea herb. I volunteer at the local children's apothecary on weekends. In the shallows around, though the chest was stuck fast, I summoned a swell of great strength and prized it free from the ancient rock. I had the treasure of a lifetime in my very hands. But then, slurp, in the hubbub, I lost hold of my prize and watched it sink to the bottom of the beast's cavernous belly. Still, I feared only. Before my mind's eye swam the faces of the many war widows and necrotic orphans who would be lost without my charitable support. Grabbing fast to the hilt of a cutlass that floated by at just that moment, I summoned all my strength to freeing myself from my would-be tomb. I swam as quickly as I could, first to the surface and then to the shore. It was there, along the rocky beach, that I tripped over this talking head. Hard times, Lord Pinchpenny. I am Reginald the Illusionist, purveyor of the most amazing artifact in Andevale. This... Back for more, I see. Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
Fantastic!
Tricks of the kids. This here is the greatest illusion in Andevale.
My word. Bravo!
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Sightseer, what you're made of.
Fantastic! My word! Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your ship? No matter! You're at Katerina's. Well, I'm Katerina the Fair. Fairest. I've an open stage in want of talent, and I've often found the best young performers among the rank and file. The theatre's fever has overcome you, has it? Marvelous! I do so love a fresh green talent ready to bloom. Check the library and see if any of the classics there interest you. I'd love to see a Source Hunters take on right away, my dear, just as fast as your boots can carry you. You found something decent to perform, I trust? Speak to Master Chaucer if you're ready for your debut. He alone can adequately prepare you for the stage.
Fantastic! Showman, show all of them. Sightseer, what you're made of.
Fantastic!
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Sightseer, what you're made of.
It is said, at this time I heard from a ghost who knew Elba.
And who are you supposed to be? Katerina's given the go-ahead, has she? Oh, very... Tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you to your places and gather you whatever... Ready for your trial by fire, you mean? There's no more savage foe than an audience, my dear. But I'm sure you'll do just fine. And I'd like to be the king of Stormfist, but I haven't got the credentials, have I? Come back when you... Don't you have an impressive library here in Sice? Oh, No. You there! Sit! Stay a while. Right in front. I'll excite you. I'll delight you. I'll beguile you. I'll besmile you. I'm waiting for his big debut.
Liberté, equality, and brotherhood for all will turn the wicked cleaver of the...
One coin or two, noble spirit? One coin or two? May the soul of Astarte smile upon you, kind strange. Thank you, kind one.
Sorry, sir.
I've just got back from the realm of fairy. It was lovely, but I should have brought my winter boots. Bersha's shape is gone, gone, gone. Think it vanished through one of them swirly shrines?
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
I've just got back from the realm of fairy. It was lovely.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
Those boots will embarrass a brick crew. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir. So you've half a brain behind that feral mall, have you? The cretin's question crossed her lips. I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many legionnaires...
Don't pay attention to the beast, Various. You'll only encourage it.
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Hey, who's that then? Come on.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more in a wild. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along this. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
About face! To the barracks! Nuts!
That's a mighty big if. We can't have one of our team wandering off into the wilds when we...
Can't say I'm surprised. You wouldn't want an untamed thing like that sleeping next to you at night. Now...
If I've got my say, we'll take her into the woods and put her down. Ice blue eyes, narrow beneath a heavy brow streaked with sweat and dust. Her hands tense into claws.
Her brow knits together, but something in her pose relaxes. I am Bear Daughter. I have not come here to find trouble with the Screep, and you are a source hunter. I have heard many tales of your order. This woman here, the one who now plots her revenge, she crept behind me while I was hunting, and I only defended, but soon their swords were upon me, and they forced me into this cage meant for dogs. Mother would rip the fur from her chest if...
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do anything real damage.
I dance within shadows.
Your face, Furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast's rabbit.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting it down yourself.
hunter. A sight for sore eyes, if ever there. I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well. We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little. I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. It's very sweet of you that you are trying to get these men a job. But I'm afraid... Sure, they can tie a knot and blow a whistle like the best of them. But even with a sword in their hands, they wouldn't stand a chance against the undead. And I don't want any more blood on my hands. If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 expeditions were launched to do just that. 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds. There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and the locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out whether or not those are mere tall tales. I fear for their sick. There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for a local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the all superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition. So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home. Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second-in-command, but rest assured I am a lot more kindly. Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition, and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift. And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the world. Such is my honest... The undead, the bravest among my men and women...
I think I can just sneak past. I was really hoping to find something better.
Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the 7.
Cloaked in dusk!
Don't let that rooster escape! He's already up.
Don't pay attention to the beast's critics. You'll only encourage it. Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty...
I was
We'll
really...
have none of that, you hear?
Stern chastisement in 3, 2... Looks like whoever was here last had a life sentence.
Ghostly masquerade!
Another one for the collection. Appears to be locked. I dance within shadows.
Greetings! These stores are for our Legion troops. Riverland's finest appetite, so...
Potent heat. even worth the rummaging.
Greetings,
You look, but you cannot see. Hidden between darkness and light.
Oh, there's my pepper. Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah.
There must be some way to open this.
legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
I could do with a cold drink.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah, yes.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do anything.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil lurks
The
beyond
Legion
sight.
stands at the red.
Come on, Mr. Maddox, it's not as bad as all that.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the other soldiers. Ah, cruel fortune.
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Bravo! You don't look like someone who's ever been serenaded by a severed hand. Step right up!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autograph. I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan, the only sentient severed head in Sicile. Psst, you're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, bless the seven. Pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything. It won't be the worst indignation I've...
That is enough of that now!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying... It won't be the worst...
That is enough! My word!
Today, I think, as King, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
My word!
Today, I
Back
think...
for more, I see! Well, I can't say I'm surprised. What with Stefan rattling off legendary...
And this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave... Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me. What do you call a source hunter who finds a way to draw a crowd away from where he or she would like to... A resourceful hunter. Come now, it can't be that hard to find something to draw off the attention of this bleating herd.
Bravo! Come on! And see the amazing singing Stefan! Sicil's only sentient severed hand! Scythiel's only sentient severed head!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti... Oh, excuse...
My word! Kids! This here is the greatest illusion in hands of... My word!
Now, that tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind, can't have gotten far.
Spirits of shadow, conceal me!
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind, can't have gotten far.
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Quiet day on the market, it seems.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only ours for the fee.
Well, what does it matter? Daylight was more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest play for an honest play. They're gonna get out the time the captain took the Duchess of Bedell's carriage for the joyride.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really. So there's a captain offering booze and brass for a bit of crate loading? God be praised, you've done it, friend. Off we go.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
You look, but you cannot see.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about.
talk of the town. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot, so I may tell you, oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better, to become the full extent of the...
Some could not because they are professionals, not adventuring daydreamers.
Clearly, two strong personalities stand before me. Two who voice their opinions with vigor when they differ. What else? Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier.
And I can't say that I have. I'm content with what I have.
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, if a matter is divisive, it is divisive mainly because it is alluring. And even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that.
True enough. We serve a just cause. So why wouldn't we follow our orders?
Come now. I refuse to believe such a uniquely skilled individual would settle for a puppet's role. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding. Am I right? Of course I am. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation...
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets. Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my time. Those nasty beasts are hardly... What do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe you've never... Why? I'm only the most famous wizard this side of the distance. Although, it'd be worth checking the other side too. And don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the Fabulous Five to boot. Surely you already know we've been voted the most influential adventurers guild by SideQuest Monthly. Your interest is piqued, I see. I'd suggest you have a chat with Mendius outside. He's in charge of... A word of warning, though, we only accept the best and the brightest. By the looks of you, I'm not sure you...
Oh, my good man. Drink, you please.
Please do keep shouting.
Greetings, traveller. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings come... You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way we can each of us live on for a span greater. She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path. She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to... For this hallowed information, you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest. There, among her followers and friends, dwells the goddess's ecstasy. Go on the path to the righteous.
Oh, my good man. Drink, you please.
Please do keep
now.
shouting.
Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like... Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly great. Councillor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never figured it my business to say anything, but... After Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know. He's called the Duke of Ferrell. A high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda, I'd recommend it. That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman, though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. This inn isn't in the... She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerning a certain I saw one other figure go into the room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but shrouded the same as she. Again, I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped up and grabbed me grandpappy's machete, bleary-eyed and a-washing. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. There was only Jake on the floor. Whoever done it has escaped through the window. But I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I hightailed it to the Legion barracks faster than a jackrabbit after that.
Come now, Alistair. I'm sure you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've got to my match is when I linger at the Longmont lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now.
Oh, my good man. Drink, you please.
Please do keep shouting.
Well, between you and me, things have been rather slow since the, incident. But with spirits high and liquor full...
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent?
Shield me! I am powerless to protect myself.
Looking good.
Hey, stop that!
Stop right there. Until you've received the captain's permission to enter, Stop right there. Until you...
Oh, my good man. Drink, you please.
Please do keep shouting.
Have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more hose than a slice of this fine almond bear. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
What's the undead critter in their moldy boots?
Heavenly herring! Delicious dogfish! Yours for a scrap gold each!
wouldn't venture.
Cloaked in dust!
You're a source hunter, aren't you? They say you can talk to animals, but I, for one, won't be falling for such a tall tale.
Still thinking about exploring the beach? You're free. I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'll bring some backup if I were you. Of course, the choice is yours, but are you sure you want to venture out? I certainly hope you know what you're doing, Source Hunter.
The Sicilians retreated from this battle, but what about the orcs?
Well, there's no bone off my nose, Chasm, in any case. Have a look through my wares if you like to find something already wiped clean of orc ooze. My prices won't disappoint. We'll have none of that, you hear? it's no bone off my nose, Chasm, in any case. Have a look through my wares if you'd like to find something already wiped clean of orc ooze. My prices won't disappoint.
Dance within shadows.
Away with your weapons! Away! I don't want to fight. I ain't after no fancy stone. I just want to bury these bodies the traditional way. Oh, he was such a dear lad, he was. We wanted to see the world. In our village, oh, poor Oggy will never see it again. But tradition goes that a warrior should be buried with. There weren't so many spoiled after the battle, but I managed to give old Oggy the best set.
I second that. His brother won't be using that armour now that he's gone to the great orc sty in the sky.
You want the location of Oggy's grave? Now what use could you have for that, small bones? Keep bothering about it and I'll...
Hand me my shovel.
First one to strike gold buys dinner.
Why, Oggy, Oggy? Why?